everyone, this is Gene, and I'm a graphic designer and illustrator. Been working in the industry for about 15 years. We're going today to take a look at some skeleton art that we're going to build, and it'll be something you can do probably around Halloween. It'll be real easy to do. You can do it with the kids. Let's go get started. All right. So one of the things when you're working with children, you don't want to be as detailed as you would, say, in a traditional art class. So for this, again, let's just say it's Halloween, and we want to do some quick little skeleton crafts with the kids. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to draw a quick outline, and you want to try and be as light as possible so you can erase your lines later. Just a quick outline of a skeleton. Here we're going to start with a skull, and we're going to make it a little bit cartoony, okay? So don't worry about how cartoony it is. Like I said, you want to challenge your kids, but you don't want to make it so that they can't follow along with you. And remember to make the pieces so that later you can link them together. Here's what we're going to do. Just a quick little outline for the head. And rather than build like an entire rib cage, we're going to take the traditional caricature bone and use that. So for the rib cage down the bottom, we're just going to put a couple of bones together. And again, this is just, your traditional, like when you think of a bone, like a dog is eating a bone or something, we're going to build a couple of those. And we've got a little bit of ribbon here that I'm going to use to string all this together in the end. So for right now, we're just going to draw maybe 4 of these bones. And these are going to serve as the ribs, and that should be just fine. Again, I'm pretty sure, unless you have some really advanced children, they're not going to whip out Grey's Anatomy on you and be like, well, but Mom, the rib cage actually is made of several bones, more than 4, and you forgot the sternum and you forgot the collarbone. Like, I'm pretty sure your kids are not going to be too worried about where all the bones go. They're not going to worry about the floating ribs. They're not going to worry about the scapula. They're not going to worry about, a femur. They don't even know what a femur is, hopefully. And then, for right now, we're going to concentrate on the upper body. But you can do the same thing all the way down. And all I'm going to do here is, again, just traditional bones. And just outline it on the paper, kind of how you think it'll go. Now, for the hands, do something really basic. So for this, I'm just going to do kind of a round hand with just round fingers. And there, he only even has 4 fingers. So we're going a little bit more caricature maybe than we need to. But again, caricature, make sure everything is real simple. These are real basic shapes, just rectangles and circles for your kids to draw. And make sure that the ends of the bones are sufficiently thick enough that we can get a hole in there and we can run some ribbon. Okay, let me just draw this last hand here. And then what you want to do is you want to cut all this stuff out. So I'm just going to jump right in here, start cutting. So what you want to do here is take maybe a safety pin like I have here, and wherever you want your skeleton parts to attach, you want to make sure that you drop a quick little hole in there and make it thick enough, and you're probably going to want to do this. You probably don't want to let the kids do this, depending on how old they are. Make the hole thick enough so that you can run some ribbon through it. And I have actually pretty thick ribbon. I might want to be doing this with an X-Acto knife instead of a pin. But you can use whatever you have. If you have a pair of sharp scissors, you can use a pair of sharp scissors. Be careful with it because it's real easy to stick your finger with the needle. Now, I generally put 2 holes in, and then put the 2 holes close enough together that I can just tear a little hole in there. And once you have it through the one side, just put it through the next one. It's going to take a little finesse. You just pull that through, and as you pull it through, it will magically lift into place. And so what I would do here is I'm actually just going to leave this jaw hanging as though the skeleton, he was talking and then it just went a little too far. And you can take this around and tie it off here. And the next thing I would do is I would staple the ribbon to the back of the skeleton and hang it down, and then I'd put it right through the center of the bone so that the bone hangs down like this. So you have your jawbone, and then you have your rib hanging down like this, and then on either side of the rib you can put a hole on either end here, and you put the arms out from there. So anyway, there's the basics. So it's just some easy things you can do, a little bit of skeleton art you can do with your kids right around Halloween to make it fun for the whole family. Thanks for watching.